Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to today's VAR 360 News Bulletin. Dear friends, after a disappointing defeat against Tottenham Hotspur last weekend, Manchester United will continue their European Cup journey with an away match at FC Porto's Dragao Stadium in the second round of the Europa League. Following unconvincing performances recently with 3 consecutive matches without a win across all competitions, no one dares to think that ERIK Ten Hag's team will secure points on their trip to Portugal. Moreover, the future of the Dutch strategist is also under significant question. If he suffers another defeat along with lackluster spirit from the players, his departure from the club may not be far off. Now let's join VR 360 in providing insights about the Red Devils' second Europa League match taking place on October 4th. First, let's review the preparations of both teams. The Old Trafford side is going through an extremely disappointing period, unable to improve their position in the Premier League table after a heavy 0-3 defeat against Tottenham Hotspur. It was a match where the players didn't know how to develop play, lacking determination and confidence at the highest level. This made it easy for the opponent to score against goalkeeper Andre Onana. If the 1996-born keeper hadn't performed excellently, a score like the tennis set 4 years ago could have easily been repeated. Meanwhile, in the European arena, despite having home advantage and facing only FC Twente from the Netherlands, Manchester United still couldn't secure their first 3 points. Christian Eriksen's mistake and defensive lapses allowed the opponents to equalize, even though the Danish playmaker himself had opened the scoring in that match. An unsuccessful start promises a very difficult tournament for the Red Devils. They still have to face Fenerbahce, POK, along with Bodo Glimt, the team that just defeated Porto in the opening round. Although winning this tournament is not the club's goal, being eliminated too early would be truly unacceptable. The future of coach ERIK Ten Hag is under a big question mark, and any defeat could cause the Dutch manager to count his days left at the Theatre of Dreams. Fans perhaps don't dare to believe in a victory for the team and only hope for an improved performance, at least in terms of spirit, when they visit the Dragao Stadium, a place where Sir Alex Ferguson once considered one of his most challenging destinations when the two teams met in the UEFA Champions League in the past. As for Porto, they had a less than smooth start in the Europa League with a 2-3 defeat against Bodo Glimt from Norway, despite the opponent playing with 10 men from the 51st minute. This was truly a disappointing performance from the Portuguese representative, as they are maintaining quite good form in the domestic league, sitting in second place after 7 rounds, only 3 points behind league leaders Sporting Lisbon, who are displaying terrifying form with 7 consecutive wins. Last weekend, Bruno Vietravel's team also had a perfect warm-up with a 4-0 victory over Arouca in round 7 of the Portuguese National Championship. It's clear they are ready to create a surprise against Manchester United in the second round of the Europa League at home. Dragao has always been a reliable stronghold for FC Porto, where they only lost exactly 2 matches last season and have won all their games this season, scoring 11 goals in 4 matches and conceding only 1. Therefore, with the determination to earn their first points in the Europa League, the Portuguese representative will welcome the Red Devils with their best form. Next, let's look at the team news before kickoff. In the recent match against Tottenham Hotspur, the Old Trafford side witnessed 2 injury cases with Kobbie Mainoo and Mason Mount. If young talent Kobbie Mainoo has a hamstring issue, Mason Mount's head was bleeding after a very strong collision with Tottenham's Radu Dragusin. According to the latest updates, the former Chelsea star might return for the match against FC Porto, but Kobbie Mainoo will not. He could be out for 4 to 6 weeks if the examination results turn out to be worse. This is the consequence of having to play too much recently. However, Manchester United has welcomed back Lindelof, and he is likely to fill in at the unstable left-back position of the team, especially when Diego Dalot is starting to run out of energy and lose effectiveness. The Iceman may not be good at attacking, but in terms of defense, he will certainly improve. And coach ERIK Ten Hag needs to calculate to maintain his fullback's form if he doesn't want the situation to worsen. Additionally, the back four is likely to remain unchanged as Harry Maguire is not fit enough to start this midweek. In midfield, Kobbie Mainoo's injury could open up an opportunity for the duo of Casemiro and Eriksen to return, especially when new signing Manuel Ugarte hasn't performed well recently. Moreover, Bruno Fernandes will be suspended for the next 3 Premier League matches, so he will still start in the European arena. Meanwhile, the attack could welcome back Rasmus Højlund to the starting lineup after Joshua Zirkzee continued to disappoint. And he has also been stepping on Bruno's toes in many situations. Finally, Amad Diallo is the next name to return, replacing Garnacho. On FC Porto's side, this past summer, they also added quite a few quality players to their squad, ensuring their participation in European Cups. Notable examples include striker Samu Omarodion from Atletico Madrid, who was once pursued by Chelsea, or young talent Dennis Gu from Sweden. Although focusing on investing in young players, the team's core has been stabilized since last season, with goalkeeper Diego Costa, midfielder Nicolas Gonzalez, winger Galeno, and midfielder Ivan Jaime. In the final days of the summer transfer window, the Dragao side also managed to add Fabio Vieira from Arsenal to enhance the team's creativity. Thus, in this encounter with the representative from the land of fog, FC Porto is likely to be without Zaidu Sanusi and Fabio Vieira due to injuries. However, these cases have already appeared in a few previous rounds, so coach Vitor Bruno will know how to overcome and arrange the best personnel for the match against Manchester United in the second round of this year's Europa League season. Regarding the head-to-head history, historically, Manchester United and Porto have faced each other a total of 8 times in European competitions, with the Red Devils winning 3, drawing 3, while the Portuguese representative has 2 victories. The first time the two teams met was in October 1977 in the second round of the Cup Winners' Cup. At that time, FC Porto won convincingly 4-0, while in the return leg, Manchester United also defeated their opponents 5-2. Additionally, the two teams have met a total of 6 times in the UEFA Champions League, including in the 1996-1997 season's direct knockout stage, where the Red Devils won with a total score of 4-0 after 2 legs. In 2004, FC Porto achieved an impressive victory in the round of 16 by defeating Manchester United with a total score of 3-2, including a 2-1 win at home thanks to McCarthy's double, the club's former assistant. And that was also the year when the Portuguese representative won the title under José Mourinho's management. In the 2008-2009 season, the two teams met again in the Champions League quarter-finals. And Cristiano Ronaldo's extremely classy long-range shot helped the English team defeat their opponents right at Dragao, thereby winning narrowly 3-2 after 2 legs. Next, let's join VR360 in predicting the result of this exciting match. With FC Porto's extremely solid defense, it won't be easy for Manchester United's attack to break through at this point. According to our prediction, a score of 1-1 or 2-1 will be for the Red Devils. Of course, neither team will completely dominate this match. And if they want to win, Erik ten Hag's team needs a thorough transformation, not just halfway like before. And if MU continues to play lifelessly as they did against Tottenham Hotspur last weekend, surely Erik ten Hag's seat cannot be kept at Old Trafford. Let's wait and see what will happen in the coming days. That information concludes today's news bulletin. Goodbye, and see you in the next videos.